Greg Ruff and Emily Moore, volleyball coach here at Trevecca, and it is homecoming weekend. And I learned that you teach your players to aim for the throat.
I have never actually said that out
All
loud.
right.
I say aim deep.
Yeah. But you don't disagree with that, right?
I
Yeah.
mean,
Yeah.
did she get the point?
Yeah. It's kind of hard for somebody to return a serve if it's hit them in the chest or whatever. So, but we talked about this the other night, and again, that I've thought about that 2 or 3 times. I mean, that was just a great result there in the fourth set. And to me, it's like, look, like you want to win every one, right? But sometimes you can learn from a loss. And I would say your team probably learned a little bit from that. In other words, don't get down, but that
Yeah.
you can overcome stuff. And if you just follow the method, then maybe you got a chance to come back.
Yeah, a common 6v6 game preparation drill that we do in our gym and that I know teams across the country do is uh, 18 to 22. And your A side starts at 18,
Mm-hmm.
and you have to serve your way and protect your serve out of the hole and play really clean volleyball to give yourself a chance to win the set. And in that fourth set against CBU, we really dug in and,
Yeah.
and did that. Another drill we also do is 10 versus 10, and we pretend it's a fifth set.
Yeah.
So you know that we worked on that one this week.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
practice.
yes, yeah. Well, it's one of those deals where, like we talked about, it's been, and you've talked about this even more than I have about the conference has just been crazy. And it's the first year you're learning the conference, you're learning the coaches, you're learning the players, and of course that changes every year to a certain degree. But for you, like you didn't know a lot of them, I imagine, because you've been too busy playing people in the Great
Yeah.
Midwest, right? So but this is so you guys have had to really. I mean, coaches talk about this, you got to work on yourselves. Well, really, you almost have to do that a lot this year, even though you're studying other team. Now you're going around the second time and you're learning, right?
Right. Definitely easier on game preparation as we go into playing a team for the second
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
But gosh, the Gulf South is wild in just how evenly matched these teams
Mm-hmm.
are. Last night, Lee swept Mississippi College and 3 with their 2 starting outsides on the bench. Um, that was a shocker.
Yeah,
And Union beat CBU last night in
yeah.
5.
I saw that too.
And,
Yeah,
it's just, you don't really know. And we talked to our girls after practice in the locker room that the fate of our postseason is in our hands. We have to win the games. We have to win out to position ourselves to be in a higher seed. And the rest is kind of out of our control, and we really don't have an idea of how these other teams are going to
I
finish
know
either.
exactly. 'Cause just I mean, last night again was another example that you didn't know how it would be. So I mean, Mississippi College has had a pretty good year so far,
Yeah.
and Lee's has had games where they've been good, but
Yeah.
maybe didn't expect them to sweep
Yeah.
Mississippi College. Was that at Lee?
That was at Lee
Okay.
last night.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know what that means for us. Is Mississippi College going to come in and be defeated and really down on themselves, or are they going to come in really upset and ready to take it out on us?
And that does happen. Real quick, we talked about a lot of your players over the course of the year, but and I've talked about the freshmen a lot, but they just keep presenting themselves as helping you, and you've got some very good upperclassmen, but you have had a lot of help from the freshmen, and and they're learning from the upperclassmen too, but they seem pretty mature.
They do. And, it all starts in the way that they train and the
Mm-hmm.
way that they conduct themselves in practice and in the weight room and in the classroom. And they have just shown maturity and dedication in all of those spaces, and they understand the importance of attention to detail. And they balance really well wanting to be led by upperclassmen, but also not being afraid themselves to step into high pressure roles. And that's exactly what you want in a core group of young, your young players. And so, yeah, for sure, all 6 of our freshmen have been just wonderful additions to our team in what they bring to practice, what they bring to culture in our locker room and then obviously what you guys are seeing in their performance on the court.
Yeah. Talked with Addison and Bella, and if people are watching this, they'll realize I was wearing the same shirt. It was the same day, just so you know, I didn't wear it 2 days in a row. But one of the things that's interesting in listening to them, they both talked about culture was a significant reason immediately that drew them to you, and neither one of them really knew a whole lot about Trevecca before that. And so it was the culture from they saw from you, but also from your players that drew them here. But that's really important to you, isn't it? And I know we're running out of time, but we can always start earlier. So go ahead, talk about
Yeah.
culture and just how important it is.
You know, we talk about volleyball. It's what we do. It's not who we are.
Mm-hmm.
Volleyball, you're a volleyball player. Volleyball is what you do. Volleyball is what I coach, but it's not who I am. And volleyball just is a piece of the bigger piece that is life. And I think that while I absolutely love volleyball and I love the game and I
Mm-hmm.
love competition, I love watching my players turn into just beautiful, independent women that can go out and function in the world and make it a better place. And we try to build a program that's built on that pursuit of excellence, that pursuit of being the best version of ourselves. And yeah, the culture is partly from me and the leadership, but it's
Mm-hmm.
partly from them.
Yeah.
And they come in and they say, yeah, this is who we want to be while we're here as well. And it's a group effort.
Yep.
And I love I love my team. I love what I do. I love my staff. Love, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, as a dad of two daughters, that stuff matters to me too. It's good to hear and good to see from your team. That's Emily Moore. I'm Greg Ruff. We'll have more Trevecca volleyball on Flow College up next.